often resort for words like, I've never told anyone this before. It's an extraordinarily strong statement. When I hear that, it's a sense of privilege and an honour to let somebody speak like that freely and openly and to help them out in some way. That's generally what all the Samaritans do, not just me. You start off in the morning, first thing you do is you put on the kettle, but sometimes you mightn't get a chance to even let the kettle boil. The phone is on straight away at 8 o'clock and then we're off.
The shifts have got very busy now because of the new 116123 number. I like to get in about 15 minutes early. That gives me a chance to have a cup of tea, read the notices, check with the other volunteers to see which way the shifts went beforehand, and if there's any information I need to gather before I actually go on the call. So that gives me time to put the cares of the world behind outside and then settle into the Samaritan role in here.
So once the phone rings, then you're on call. You're there for the person on the other end of the line, or face to face, or whatever, or email or text.
People think that you must be suicidal to phone the Samaritans, but actually, if you're struggling to cope with anything in life, you can call us. And I think that we give a real gift to people in that you can say something to the Samaritans and it'll never come back to haunt you. Like maybe you're having a fight with your husband or your wife and you just are really angry with them. So if you speak to somebody else about that, they'll always think badly of your husband and wife, whereas if you speak to the Samaritans, there's no judgment, no one's ever going to throw it back in your face, and I like that a lot.
You learn from being on the phone with people, obviously at the end of each call, the kind of value of talking that it has had for them, say, and that they've been able to offload, and maybe they were confused, and being able to just talk about it through has cleared it up for them in their minds. Yeah,
the training is extraordinary to the extent that, apart from when I trained myself, I was often at other training sessions where new people came in, and we speak to them, and it's extraordinary. What it tells you, first of all, is you learn a life skill, which is extraordinary, and I say that to the new Samaritans when they come in, it's a life skill that you learn, and if you never work with the Samaritans ever again after the training, like all skills, it's weightless and you can carry it anywhere, and it's a great, and what it really boils down to is active listening.
It's made me a better listener in real life, which actually I was atrocious before I started in Samaritans. Oh, and as well, if you're worried that you talk too much in real life, don't worry, because you won't do that on the phone. That was my biggest worry. It was a big shock to me actually how much you're thanked in the Samaritans. Like constantly, people are so grateful to you. Like you come in, people thank you for coming in, people from the Samaritans. Then when you're on the phone, people thank you all the time on the phone. They apologise for ringing at the start, and then at the end they're thanking you. So you end up thinking you're amazing, right? And so then you report to your duty leader and they're like, oh, thanks for coming in and everything, blah, blah, blah. So like, there's so much gratitude around the place for really just sitting down and listening to somebody,
Use the expression, you probably heard it a couple of times, give something back, it's probably a cliche, but it's good to give something back if you have something. Most of life is a whole lot of flukes, coincidences, where you're born, when you're born, who you're born to, how you got your first job is often a fluke and all that sort of stuff, But if you're lucky enough to have a reasonable sort of life, it's a good idea to try to give something back if you can. And most of the volunteers, they're from all different walks of life, different ages, different professions and none, different educational standards and none, and but they're all on the same hymn sheet. They all want to do the best they can for people, which is once you have that under your belt, as far as I'm concerned, you're in. That's what I would say to them.
I changed my mind. I know what I like the most about it. It's the same as in real life. When you're talking to somebody, sometimes you really connect with somebody and that you really helped them. I love that. That's really cool. So you won't get that with everybody.